Hey everyone, today we are back renovating the abandoned car dealership. I'm heading on over to the abandoned property after picking up a rental stump grinder. Today we have a lot of work ahead of us here as we are trying to build a asphalt parking lot. We'll be using a lot of equipment here and will take most of the day. Now, I actually found this 99 F350 here at the property. It was inside the garage. We got it fully serviced and I've been really enjoying this truck here. It's been a great work truck and I've been switching between this and our first gen. Before we get going here today, I do want to give you guys quite a few updates here. I've been doing quite a bit of work getting ready for today. Now, later on today, we will be using the John Deere 450C to do a lot of ripping. The current parking lot is a mixture of grass, asphalt, gravel, rocks, stones, so many different things, and it all has to be torn out. Got a new base coming in with 3/4 inch gravel and then the asphalt, but before we can do that, we have to remove these 3-4 trees here. We'll be stump grinding, then we'll be digging out all of the roots. We have that to do, and we also have to get this trailer dropped off here. I'm actually going to be giving this for free to a father-son that are starting up a local hauling company here, so we'll be bringing this on over to their place in a bit, but I think let's get going here today with these trees. Now, I just grabbed the still from the truck and we should be good to go. Now, there is a full mods list up on my website if you guys would like to go check it on out. Let's get going here on the first tree. Now, what we'll be doing is probably just putting them in the dump trailer. These are pretty small trees. I would estimate that they're probably only 10 feet high, but I will say, guys, I've really been enjoying this property, this abandoned property series, and we will be buying another one once this project is done. And the main goal, guys, is to make a huge profit, and I think that would be pretty cool. And we'll be getting better and better trucks and equipment as we continue on. And I think after today, the real estate agent will actually be coming in to take pictures, and then we should be good to go to put it on the market. We have a few more trees and then these stumps should take no problem to kind of get on out. There we have it, timber on these small trees here. Now it looks like these just grew in between their cracks, which is kind of funny here in this parking lot. I was thinking we could save here. It's always nice to kind of do it right the first time and save as much money in the process, but we need a new parking lot if the dealership wants to be successful and they want to park brand new cars. Can't be doing it on a parking lot that looks 20 plus years old here, but we'll get these cut and we'll continue on. We're coming up here on the last tree. I think we'll just kind of throw this in the dump trailer. We probably don't even really have to take the branches off, and I can't wait for this. Now, one thing, guys, last week we did end up digging out the fence, and when I was talking to the real estate agent, he actually said that most car dealerships do not want a fence on the front, so we won't be putting one in. We really want this to sell as quick as we can, and that's extra profits that we will be losing if we end up doing that. But let's kind of get this moved on out, hop in the skid steer, and get to stump grinding. This first gen, the D250 here, is one of my new favorite trucks and farms, and really do like it a lot. Look at that suspension down below. This thing is one great work truck. It was an old farm truck. We are actually the second owner of it. He kept it as his pride and joy. That's what we're doing, but we're also putting her to work. It's time to get those 3 stumps ground up here. We should be pretty quick with this as well. It shouldn't take too long. We'll use a JCB. Now, I really do like this. I actually want to try out the Volvo. Volvo is a pretty similar design, but I am a huge fan of this because of all the windows. It is so good to have the visibility, especially when you're moving around, really aren't looking too carefully. It's nice to be able to see what's all around here. Now, picking this out, the truck bed might be a little tricky, but looks, oh yeah, we're going to have to do a little bit of muscling here, but I've really been enjoying this series. It's been a lot of fun. You guys have been really liking it. The views have been pretty good, and I definitely have a lot of fun things here in the works. Some new series, some other ones will be coming back as well, and hope everyone is excited because this new year, 2021, is going to be a pretty epic year. And if you guys haven't already, I do ask that you please subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 100,000 subscribers. I can't wait to reach it. It's been a goal of mine, and we're doing pretty well so far. Oh yeah, these are grinding up no problem, which is always a good thing. That means we'll be able to get this done pretty quickly here. But imagine that, this parking lot, you couldn't really even move around with a car even. It's almost like dodging the trees. That's what it kind of felt like as we were kind of moving the equipment around. But I wanted to wait until the end to really see what the plans were. Perfect. And let's see, where is that last one? It's over here. So I think since we do have a lot more room, why don't we get that trailer on over to that person's house there. I'm a huge fan of helping people kind of getting going, especially father-son teams. And when I heard a father-son wanted to pick up this trailer, they were going to give me a few $1,000s, but I said, you know what? I will just give it to you guys there. It's a pretty nice thing to do. It's always good to kind of help those out that are just starting out in business. But let's hop on in and let's bring this over. Now, I'm not sure if this is going down the road too well. Hopefully the wheels aren't flat or anything, and we could at least get it rolled the mile down the road that it needs to go. That was pretty tricky there. I actually had to kind of see if those jacks would work. They finally got working after a little bit of oil and a little bit of WD-40. I was able to get them up there. But here we are, guys. We are going down the road. Now, this is such a cool trailer. It just needs to be restored here, get all of the rust kind of taken care of, and then we should be good to go. Oh, this will be a pretty tight squeeze on out. And look at that, guys. We have a fully loaded Mack semi and our Chevy C70 there. That was a pretty close one there. Just actually had to hop in that C70 to get it moved on over. But if you do have any cool ideas here for me, please let me know. I really do like you guys giving me ideas here for upcoming videos. And I am really excited for everything that's coming, but also to be able to interact with you guys in the comments. That's so cool. And I have so many awesome things here in the works. And I am working on my PC. I am waiting on 1 or 2 parts, and then it should be all ready to go here. And there will be a video on the PC that I am excited for, but we are arriving here. They said just kind of get it dropped off at the barn, and I was actually thinking I was gonna have to bring this over to the scrap yard, but many of you guys said post it on the marketplace, and that was what I did. But in the end, instead of having to pay to kind of get it removed from our hands, I just decided to give it for free over to this person. Wow, look at that backup job. Not too bad. It's time now to get going on the parking lot here. So the first thing we'll do is hop in the dozer, and we'll be using that to rip up all of the dirt first, and then we'll be using that to spread out the gravel. Even though that is an old dozer, it should definitely kind of work no problem here for us. And it's so cool to be able to use old equipment here. Some of the old equipment are even built better than the brand new 2020s, and these are a fraction of the cost of the new ones as well. And that means we have much higher profits when we need to buy equipment, and they get the same job done. But the old deer fires up just like brand new, even though it is all worn out here. And that's another thing I really want to kind of see more wear and tear in Farm Sim with all these mods here. But let's get to work. We have a lot to do here. We don't want to go too close to that concrete slab on the dealership right now, but we want to go pretty close to it. Yeah, right there. And we'll kind of get to ripping all this up. Now, there is a full mods list up on my website. I really do recommend you guys go check it out. Every single mods used in today's video is linked on it, and I do appreciate all of you guys that are checking out, and many of you guys have so far been liking it, which is great to see. I put a lot of work into that site, and I built it for the main purpose to help all of you guys out here, and so far the dozer just keeps on ripping it up, no problem. The old 450C has been working pretty hard here over the last several hours. You guys can see it did one really good job. We're down to dirt, and it is pretty even. A little bit more leveling to do in some areas, but we'll probably put down probably 5-6 inches of gravel, 3/4 inch stone, and we should be good to go here. So I will actually do that. That isn't kind of the fun part, so we'll do that, and we'll catch you back when we're ready to do some asphalt paving. After quite a bit of work, all of the gravel is in place. I really do like it. It's all compacted, ready to go. This took several hours here, and I thought it would be just quicker to kind of catch you guys on the asphalt paving. So let's move the dozer, because we have a lot of work to do now. I don't think we'll use a dozer for this. We'll probably just use a skid steer. I think that's the way to go here. Now, we do have, I think we have about 30 to 35 tons of materials ready to go in that dump trailer there, and another about 5 in that C70. Now, when I was actually going over to pick up the asphalt, this truck, you could just see it's sitting pretty low here, probably maxing out the suspension, and honestly, on the way home, I thought it wasn't going to kind of even get here. We loaded it that much here, but let's kind of get this pulled on out, and we should be able to get all the asphalt unloaded. Now, this is always one of my favorite things to do, is asphalt paving in Farm Sim. It is always tricky to kind of make it perfect, but we should be able to do a pretty decent job here. And then I think this is all that was left of this dealership project, which is nice because I'm always ready to go on to the next one already. And let's see, we'll have to get this dumped. It's going to be a little tricky to make a huge pile, but I think making a pile and spreading it out with the skid steer is probably going to be the way to go here for us. Oh yeah, this will be tricky. Almost wants to make a small pile, but we want it to be one huge pile. Yeah, making a little bit more progress, trying to not have a huge pile running the length of the parking lot. The first load of asphalt is now empty from the C70. It was a little tricky, took a little bit of time since we only have this small grain door here, but it still is a great truck here. I am a huge fan of these old farm trucks, and like I've touched upon several times recently, I really want to use a lot more older trucks just like this Mack. Now I would really like an old Mack dump truck, either with this or even an older Mack. Hopefully we could get one in Farm Sim soon, but this truck is working pretty hard right now, even to just get going. And this is a manual here. I am a huge fan of the manuals, and they are really nice. But what I just noticed, guys, this is going to get really tricky to back on in here. We have a truck there, we have the trailer here, but we'll be able to swing it over pretty easily. Shifting between forward and reverse quite a lot here. That was a lot of work to get backed on in, but no problem now. And these older trucks with that manual shifting is definitely a lot of fun here. Definitely wouldn't change it for an automatic here, but let's get this unloaded. Probably just going to have to make one huge pile. I think that's definitely the way we're going to have to do it. But look at this, guys. We are unloading 35 tons of asphalt. We are going to be busy here for quite a number of days, more than likely with this here, but just continuing to unload, taking a little bit of time, and it really just doesn't want to make a huge pile, which I think looks so sweet here. But we're almost coming up on finishing it. Let's get it all emptied out first, and then we'll get to spreading. There we have it. We have all the asphalt ready to go in piles. We just kind of got to hop in the skid steer, get them all spread out. But I will have to say once again that this truck looks awesome, and I more than likely will be working on a few of these older trucks that even have different ones as well. We'll be putting a lot of hours on this JCB here over the next several days here. We have a lot of work to do with the asphalt, and this will be a lot of fun here at the same time. Now, spreading out the asphalt is always tricky, but I think with the skids here, it should not be too hard as well here, since we do have a pretty good visibility, and I think the tracks will also help on out here, but we have a lot of work. Just look at this mountain of asphalt we have to move here. Now, maybe the dozer might help us out just a little bit, but I'm not exactly sure what we'll do here. But the main part of today was getting this in, and we're already making a little bit of a progress here. We just want as much of it in place as we can. Now, I do have the real shovel mod as well, which is pretty helpful at times, but it is always tricky to use that and get everything kind of spread out really nicely. Now, we might hop in the cat loader here in a bit if that is a little bit easier, but the bigger the bucket, probably the more work it still is going to be. I'm making really good progress here with the case. I switched on over to this and have so far been making a faster dent in these piles, but there's a whole lot more work ahead of us, and I will keep on working. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video here, doing some asphalt paving, some little bit of tree removal, those trees that grew in the cracks here. But I think that's pretty much it here with this job site. You guys might not see another video with this depending on just how fast this sells. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and subscribe for more.